Hello from a sunny and spring Amsterdam. I hope you can hear me. I'm actually using someone's step as a tripod. So I am here for 3 days, or am I here for 4? I'm here in Amsterdam to see tulip fields. I'm also here to explore the city as well. I've been waiting all year to come here to see the actual tulip fields and the windmill kind of villages and stuff, but was in Amsterdam. So I just arrived, super early flight from Dublin, which is always delayed. Every flight I get lately, it's like delayed. Anyway, it's my luck. The hotel room isn't ready, so I just dumped my luggage and I'm going to explore Amsterdam. I'm literally just gonna go walking. I'm gonna go to a kind of queue traditional side. I'm gonna put the name here. I'll make an arse of trying to pronounce it. It begins with an R, but basically it's the quaint old part of the city with all the cute buildings, but all of the buildings are so cute. Anyway, enough rambling, let's get into it. I'll put timestamps as well at the bottom, so if you want to skip ahead to, you know, the tulip fields and the windmill village, or if you want to see different things, I'll try and put timestamps in the description so you can skip ahead if you want to. So yeah, we're here to explore Amsterdam. Hello. I just checked into my room, and before I wreck it, I'm going to show it to you. Basically, when I was booking accommodation for Amsterdam, there wasn't much left because I left it last minute. So I got this room. I'm in the Hendricks Hotel. It's amazing. It's really nice. I think it's been like done up recently because it looks kind of, it's like new old, if that makes sense. I got like, I think it was like the last room left, but it's a cracker. Wait till you see this. So we come in, but look at the beams. Look at that. Like 100% this is haunted. But look at the woodwork, the beams, but most of all, look at my view. That's amazing. I'd love to know what that is up there. I did ask the girl and she said like before this was a hotel, it was a bank. And then it was also like, I think something to do with the ships. Basically like they something to do with equipment and moving things, I'm not too sure. But this is my room. I'm gonna sleep nicely in here. They also give complimentary, from 6 to 9 you get a free drink. I picked the bubbles, and you get free tea and coffee all day. And there's like an espresso thingy as well. a few little quirky things in here. Oh, let's have a look. I haven't looked at the loo. Oh, look at the loo. Oh my god. Okay, this is much nicer than the pictures. I don't think the pictures do it justice on the website. I just booked it through booking.com because I booked so many holidays. I get like 10% off. Hang on, I put my camera down. Sometimes I'll do Airbnb, but this time I hadn't done my research. Normally I really research an area before I go, especially when solo travelling. So I kind of went to a hotel, but I'm actually really happy with this. So today I done a bit of rambling. I went on the cruisy boat, which you would have seen. I basically just found my bearings for the actual area. I did walk to the cat cafe, but it's my own fault, I didn't book a slot. It wasn't a walk-in, and I remember from going to the one in London that it's not a walk-in, so I didn't go back. If I have time one of the other days, I might go to the cat cafe and I'll make sure to book a slot. I then walked to the flower market. There was a flower market on. I'm not sure if it's there every day or maybe because it was just a Sunday. I got some trinkets, I got some souvenirs. I cannot resist souvenir shops. I know they're overpriced, but I just can't resist them, so I did get some souvenirs. And then I went on the boat, and the boat was really good. The touristy things are actually much cheaper here than other places. I think the boat was €10 for like an hour. So I went on the boat. I recommend doing the boat. And then I'm back and I checked into my room. Good morning. Okay. I don't know if you can see the sun peeking in. It's just after getting bright. So I'm up early, like I said. I feel like I have toothpaste on my face. Probably do. I have to walk down to the central station, so the train station, bus station, and we are going on our tour. So I was actually just double checking my tour yesterday. It actually is jam packed. I'll talk about it after, but basically I'm going to like Zanns something, which has windmills, a cheese factory, and then I'm going to loads of other little villages as well. I think there's one with loads of like little canals and stuff in it. And then I'm going to Keukenhof. Don't even think I'm saying that right. So yeah, it's a full day in the Dutch countryside, which I'm really excited about. And because today's April Fool's Day, actually, no jokes. Hands up who played an April Fool's Day joke. So I'm wearing a lovely little floral dress. I'll actually show it to you. I don't normally like share my outfits, but this is my little petite maxi dress. I'm 4'11", so I'm rocking this to the French countryside. It has a little slit as well, so I just thought it'd be nice. And so that's the plan for today. It's gonna be a long one. It'll be a fun one. I'm gonna get me breakfast at the train station. I think the breakfast is expensive in my hotel. It's €15, and I don't even know if it's like a cooked breakfast. So I ain't paying that. I'll get an old croissant and a cup of tea down at the train station for €5. So just a little tip if you do pick this hotel. I think the breakfast is expensive. I don't know what it is, so could be fancy. But 15 for breakfast, that's more like lunchtime price for me. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's go. which is next day. Let me set you up. I'm sitting. I didn't bring a proper tripod for my camera. Yesterday was amazing. So you would have seen my adventure through the countryside and to Keukenhof. So we started off, as you've seen, we went to this little windmill village. Now I will link, I always make like a detailed, blog post on where I visited. So like where I've stayed, how I got there, how I got from the airport and all that stuff. So I'll link to the blog post below, and that will have a link to the tour that I got. So I got like a 2-in-1 tour. So I bought two, and it was I got some money off. So I got a countryside tour, and then I got the Keukenhof one. Now if there's a large group of you, it would work out better value to rent a car and go to these places. But if you're like me and you're just by yourself, go on the tour bus, because I got chatting to loads of people as well on the tour bus. So if there's one or two of you, hop on the bus. But if there's more, it would work out better value to rent a car. And the roads, they seem grand here. It's not like the roads in Morocco. I would definitely feel confident driving here. So just a little tip to save some money on doing the tours and visiting the countryside. So we started off in Zanns Schans, basically this cute little village with windmills, and I actually got to go inside a windmill and take some pictures. Really nice there, and we had an hour and 10 there. And then we went to Volendam, I think I'm pronouncing that, a fishing village. That was gorgeous, and it was really quiet. It wasn't full of tourists. So definitely somewhere to go for like your lunch. I had the cod, because it's known for fish. The cod was so fresh, so I had my lunch there. And then we got a boat to, it used to be an island, I think it's Marken. Used to be an island, they built is it a dike they call it? They basically built a road to it. And we went to the clog factory there. That is a gorgeous little place, and again, only our tour was there. It wasn't packed with tourists, which was really good. And then I went back to Amsterdam to catch the bus to Keukenhof. So this time of year, it's really popular for people travelling to Amsterdam to see all of the tulips, the spring bulbs. There's not just tulips, there's loads of hyacinths, daffodils, crocus, like every spring bulb you can imagine. It puts my garden to shame. So I spent 3 hours in the Keukenhof gardens. Now, if you want to, let's say you're an Instagram hun, nothing wrong with that. If you want to get into a field, you can't get into a field from the Keukenhof like exhibition. But the exhibition and the gardens itself is stunning. My best tip is, as soon as you get into the Keukenhof gardens, go straight to the windmill, go up the windmill, and you get a stunning view of the surrounding fields. If you want to go to a field, rent a bike. You can rent a bike at the Keukenhof place. I'm not sure how much it is. I didn't rent a bike because I didn't have time. So you can rent a bike and you can cycle. They might give you like like a route to follow. You can cycle, and while you're cycling you will see and you will get right next to the farms. Just a little thing, if you are stopping to take photos in farms, like they belong to people. So just ask the farmer if there's one there, can you take pictures in their gardens? Don't stand or pull any of the flowers. This seems like common sense, but you'd be surprised the amount of people that don't show respect for the area they're in. Even in the gardens, unfortunately, I did see people trying to pick at flowers, which is like, don't do that, just admire them. Don't touch them. So just a little details on that. Now today I have another full day. I'm actually feeling quite tired today. I think I'm getting a cold. In the past 3 weeks I've had a couple of flights. I made that sound like I'm Beyonce there. I had 3 flights. And I just think the germs are catching up on me. And I'm feeling a bit scratchy today. So it's sunny, which you can see, but it's not supposed to stay sunny. It's supposed to rain. And my tour guide yesterday said, she goes, if it's sunny in Amsterdam, do everything you can outside, see all the outside stuff, and then when it rains, go to the museums. So my rough plan for today is go to the Amsterdam Lookout, which is this viewpoint. You get a ferry to it, a free ferry. There's swings on it. I don't know if I'll get on a swing. Then I think I'm gonna go maybe to the Heineken factory or museum. I'm not a fan of the Heineken beer. I don't like the taste of it. I drink Guinness. You know, stout and beer, it's a different palate. And then I haven't seen the dirty side of Amsterdam, but can I just say, as a city, it's really, really safe. Like, it's safer. Like, I think of all the European cities I've been to, Paris has been the most unsafe, and I think I've said that before in other travel vlogs. So safe here. Obviously everywhere there's the risk of scams and pickpockets, but it's really safe here. Nobody bats an eyelid at you. So I haven't seen the dirty side. I haven't been down the red light district, and I haven't been to the sex museum. I do know that there's like dirty shows and stuff. I'm not going to go to one of them, but I am curious by the sex museum, so I might go to that in the afternoon, because it is due to rain. That's my rough plan. If you are offended by the sex museum, you could maybe just skip that part. I'm not obviously going to share anything dirty or seedy. Another tip, actually, be very careful. If you are going to the red light district, your camera and your phone, don't take it out. I have heard incidents of people, you know, throwing them in the river and stuff. Obviously, it's be respectful. So just be careful in those areas. Don't be taking out your phone and taking pictures of girls in windows. That's just not cool, first of all. And remember where you are. Just remember your surroundings. So yeah, I'm going to go to the museum. If I see any odd objects in a museum, I might share, or I might just share my opinion on it. That's my rough plan. Oh god, it's 5 minutes on my screen. Gotta go. Let's go explore. Hello, I hope you can hear me because I think there's some background, a good bit of background noise. So I did go to the sex museum. It was only a €5 in. Now, as odd as it was actually quite interesting. And people back in the day were just as dirty, if not dirtier, than they are now. I tried not to film too much, like any clips I put up of the sex museum. I don't think mainly included all the willies that was in it. There was an awful amount of willies, boobs, you name it. So you would do it in like 20 minutes. It's not a must-see, but it was interesting. Also, I think you can do like a walking tour of the red light district, because one of my friends messaged me saying like you can do that, and it gives you like the history of, you know, prostitution, and it tells you stories on the history of that in Amsterdam. So I am now at the Heineken Brewery, and I'm going to do the Heineken Experience. I think when you get to the top there's a bar and there's lots to drink, so I'll give that a bash. I might get my lunch around here, and then I'll stroll back up. But yeah, let's go to the Heineken factory. I check in the morning. It's my last day today. I fly home this evening, so I have a few hours to get the last of my exploring in. So yesterday I went to Heineken Museum, randomly ended up in a cat museum because someone messaged me on Instagram to say there was a cat museum, didn't even know it existed. I actually got the funniest cat book and I was just laughing to myself with it. I'll put all the details of the cat museum in a blog post. It's kitten something, like you do it in like 10 minutes. Definitely if you're a cat lover, it's worth seeing. Apparently the guy who owned that building, when he died, he left it to his cat, so the whole thing is in memory of, I think his cat's name was Tom. Totally something I would do, definitely. Blondie and Pepsi, I'll leave the house to you. So I went to the Heineken Experience, which I thought was overrated. And maybe it's because I'm not a Heineken drinker, I'm a Guinness drinker, but I thought the Heineken Experience for €21, you don't even get a full-size pint at the end, you get 2 halves. I was like, no, it's one giant ad for Heineken, so maybe you'll enjoy it. It is quite funky, some bits of it. But the best brewery tour I ever done was actually in Bruges. I always say I will link to something when I forget, but if you check out my Bruges vlog, I went to the brewery there and that was so good, really informative. The Heineken is not like a self-walking one, it's not as informative, and also the beer isn't made there, it's made somewhere else in Holland. As Heineken goes, it was the nicest pint of Heineken I've had, but I'm not a drinker. Tip, there's a pub behind it, there's an Irish pub behind the Heineken Experience, O'Donnell's I think it is. I had my lunch there and 2 pints of Guinness and it was much nicer. So I'm just finishing packing up. I got some wooden tulips, I'll show you actually. There's my little wooden tulips. So I have to I think I'm going to have to carry these on the plane because I don't want to break them. I do want to buy more. I actually want to buy so many tulips. They look like a bunch. So I'll put them in my backpack, but they're going to be poking out, but that's totally fine. While I remember, if you want to go see Anne Frank's museum and the Van Gogh, potato, you have to book them in advance. Anne Frank's museum is booked about 2 months in advance. Every day they release 20% more tickets at 9 AM. They're gone like that. So I didn't have tickets for Anne Frank, but can I just say I would find it a bit eerie to go to Anne Frank's house. Like, I wouldn't visit Auschwitz. I know people do. To me, my gut is like, oh no. Actually, speaking of guts, I did go to Red Light District last night. I feel like I've loads to share. I went to Red Light Secrets, the Museum of Prostitution. I did not. I liked the museum. I did not like the Red Light District at all. Dirty. Not dirty as in like litter, just my gut was like, no, this is a bit seedy. But thankfully it's only a few roads. You can easily avoid the Red Light District. It was nice to see, but I got like sailor vibes or something. I just didn't like the energy. I'm all about that energy. Didn't like it, so I was straight back out. It was safe though. Like, I didn't feel unsafe. I just didn't like the vibe, didn't like the energy. Leery boys, nah, not for me. What was I saying? Yes, Van Gogh Museum. There was tickets available, but I left it. So I kind of decide on the morning what I want to do. You'll have to decide the day before if you want to go to Van Gogh. Like today, there's no slots until 5, but I have to leave, or is it 4? I have to leave soon after that, and that's not enough time to explore Van Gogh. But the good thing about Amsterdam is it's only a short flight from Dublin. I will definitely be back, because there's other parts of the Dutch countryside I want to see. I want to see this canal river place, Gaiathorn, I think it is. That will be a whole other trip. I need more time for that. So lots to see, lots to do. Don't worry if you can't squeeze it all in. I have a few hours today. I'm going to go to, I seen a handbag museum. I think I'm going to go to that. There's a cute little cafe, Pulberry, I think. I want to go get a cute little popsicle unicorn thingy, and I'm just going to ramble for my last few hours, cheeky drink, and then fly home to Dublin. So I will share what I stumble across. I'm really bad at remembering to end my vlogs as well, so I'm not going to end it now, but cheeky thumbs up if you're enjoying it so far. Sub to my channel if you are new, and if you do like my solo travel vlogs, I do have other ones. I've been to Lisbon, Dubai, Morocco by myself. Jeez, I'm getting around. Okay, enough ramble. I'm at 5 minutes again. Right, okay, bye. I am going to so miss this room. That view is amazing. Back to reality. Me and my frizzy hair. I'm back. I got caught in the shower, can you tell? I'm just finished rambling. I'm done. I'm just going back to collect my case from the hotel. Whew. And then I'm headed back on the train and then my fly home to Dublin. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing Amsterdam through my eyes. It was my first time. Definitely be back because there's still things I want to see, and there's other parts of like the Dutch countryside that I really want to see. So there's the bells. So thumbs up if you enjoyed my trip. If you want to check out my other solo travel vlogs and places I've been to, you can catch that playlist. I'll put a card here for it. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.